All right, we're getting pretty close to the PS5 and the Xbox Series X coming out in, 3 weeks or so now? It's getting close. It's exciting stuff going into next generation. It's always fun when new hardware comes out, but the question's been, when are people going to get PS5s to review and do coverage on? Because we are getting a bit closer now. So you figure Sony, who's been kind of erratic at times, they'll just randomly drop stuff on Twitter or just online or their PlayStation blog with information. We kind of figured it might just show up. People might just start posting stuff about getting the PlayStation 5 within, of course, embargo guidelines, restrictions, all of this. And this morning there was a bit of a sigh of relief because it does appear that Sony has started to get PlayStation 5 systems out to press outlets, media, and YouTubers as well. So this is good because we should at least have some coverage leading up to release. I would expect, I haven't talked to anyone with them, but I expect embargoes to go up like maybe a week before the PS5 comes out. So there should be plenty of time to hear about temperature, performance, of course, in games, backwards compatibility, all kinds of stuff. We're going to take a look at some of the, I guess some of the pictures and stuff that's been posted here from this morning with the PS5. Guys, if you enjoyed these videos, make sure the like button down below helps out a ton. And if you're new to the Small Wave Plus channel, make sure you subscribe down below. So let's go over here. I noticed it was Jeff Keighley who posted it as well this morning. He did like a whole documentary about him getting it delivered to him, basically. But he showed off all the different accessories and things that he had sent here, which it looks like Sony basically just sent out the console along with everything else you can get. The charging stand, the camera, the headphones, and then it seems like an extra DualSense controller, I guess, so you can check it out. Or what I would do is just take it apart. And that's, I thought about it. It's probably not a good idea for me because people asked, oh, did you get one? No, I don't really have a working relationship with Sony, Nintendo, or really Microsoft that much. We'll see with with like Microsoft and stuff, because I did the streaming thing with the phone and xCloud and all of that. We'll see how all that goes. But for the most part, I don't really talk to a lot of these companies for like review units or any of that, mostly because I would do some stupid stuff if they sent me a PS5. Like, we would find out how good those thermals are exactly. Maybe a blanket accidentally goes over it. Maybe we check temperatures with that, and it probably wouldn't be a good idea anyway. But I am excited to see some of the coverage that we get from a few of the influencers and people that managed to get a hold of one. So Jeff Keighley, of course, we knew he'd get one. He got early hands-on with the DualSense controller, so this makes a lot of sense for him in the industry, of course, getting one. Then we had MKBHD got one, which would be really cool because his reviews are great. He has a lot of really good camera angles. He likes to tell a story when he does it, so I'm interested in that. And also, he's more on the side of like tech with phones and other things. I mean, he mentioned playing games on the PlayStation 4 and all of that, PlayStation 4 Pro. Big Gran Turismo fan, it seems, but I'm interested in his take on the overall acoustics of the system, how loud it is, and just his overall setup with the PS5, and see what he thinks about it in his overall setup, because it is certainly a striking looking system to have in your living room. Greg Miller actually posted some pictures of it being unboxed. I do like the paper with the little PlayStation sticker over it. I think that's a nice touch, of course. We got a little shot of the back of the box that appears here too. Play like never before. They do have 8K on the front along with 4K, 120 frames per second, it looks like. So they are, of course, advertising all of that. I think 8K eventually we'll probably do 8K streaming at least, but because it's HDMI 2.1, technically it has the ability to do 8K when it comes to overall throughput to the TV. I don't know how often that will actually be used. Like I said, eventually, maybe down the road, 8K streaming is a thing, and then they can take advantage of that HDMI 2.1 to the fullest. Also saw GamesRadar appear to get a PS5, and then, this is good, ACG, Jeremy did get a PS5, which is good because we're seeing a lot of people with like millions and millions of subscribers, all this get one. I like ACG's reviews, so I am curious what his overall thoughts are on the PS5 and, of course, any games that they get, because I would assume along with this PS5, they'll be getting Demon's Souls and Spider-Man. Those are the two that I would assume would automatically come with it. Maybe Sackboy, although I feel like Spider-Man and Demon's Souls are two of the big ones that Sony would want them to focus on. And then, of course, we know that Astro's Playroom is already a part of the system. It's just built into it. You just get it. So pretty cool to see this. I'm glad that we are now starting to finally see these PlayStation 5 systems get out there. And we're still technically waiting, I guess, for the Xbox Series X retail units, because remember, those were prototype units that we had heard so much about before from Microsoft's side with a lot of people and websites that had them. So I don't know, maybe we'll see Microsoft's Xbox Series X systems, the retail units, start to show up in their boxes, because we've already seen some unboxings kind of leak online. But good stuff here for Sony to get these out there, and we'll see what happens. I'm very curious, of course, around overall thoughts with Demon's Souls. That's the big game I'm looking forward to when this system comes out. And then backwards compatibility. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima Legends, and to hear that we'd get Ghost of Tsushima at 60 frames per second just makes me really excited to continue on that system. And then, of course, backwards compatibility with some of their other games with loading times and frame rates. But let me know what you guys think about this. Are you relieved to see that it seems Sony is finally getting the ball rolling on some coverage for outlets leading up to launch of the PlayStation 5? Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.